Hello everyone, welcome to SAP Technomaniac. In this video, we'll try to understand group by different combinations. Group by with the case statement, group by with the arithmetical operations, and lot of different things. Let's get started. To understand the group by in more detail, I have used our existing select statement which we have used in our aggregation video. Little bit difference is there. In that video I was aggregating in from the VBAP table. I am aggregating here from VBAK amount itself. So what is this select statement is doing? We are getting the data from the sales order table and the customer table. I'm getting the description of the customer, and the header table I'm getting the customer number and what is the currency for that particular document, sales order document, and we are summing up the document. This I have already explained in my aggregation video where we did the aggregation functions in the select list. Let me show you the result how it is displaying. Then we will play around this one and we will do a lot of things. Let me activate this one. Control F3, cancel, Control F3, and let me do F9. So you can see we are getting some result. So for particular customer, what all are the number of the sales order? You can see the 15 number of the sales order we have created with this customer number 1, 15 sales order. Out of this 15 sales order, what was the total amount? So total net amount was the 1600. And what is the average of that? What was the maximum sales order amount we have sold to this customer, and what is the minimum? First we will visualize the thing. In that video I didn't visualize, that was I didn't open that one. Let me open the VBAK itself. So let me do F9, not F9, sorry, F8 to display the data of the VBAK table. So we are seeing the VBAK, but we don't want to see all the column. Let me select some of the column. So what I will do, I will select the deselect all. What all are the fields I want? First I want the VBLN obviously, and I want net amount field. I want Kunna field. And last but not least, I want one more field from here. Net price, Kunnar, and currency field, WAE. Okay, the currency field. Okay, I got these many fields. So this field, and I want to see first only this customer. So I want to filter out, quick filter on this one, but instead of using this one, I will use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So I will apply the filter on this Kunnar. So I can see for this customer how many sales orders are there. So if I see the number of entries, you can see the total 15 sales order are there. We are getting correct result. You can see we are getting the count as a 15. We wrote we want how many sales order for this customer. That is the reason I want to count. I write the count aggregation function. So I can see that one. And second thing, what I want, what all are the net price of this particular customer. If you aggregate this one, this will be 1600. You can see 1000, 150, 150. Let me sort it out. So you can see 100, 100, 100, 300, and this becomes 600 and 1000, 1600, 1600. You can say like that. We have done this one. What is the maximum amount we have? Maximum amount sales order which we have sold to. The sales order number is 144, and what is the amount? 1000. What is the minimum amount of the sales order which we have sold? These many sales order we have created with this 0 amount. So we can see the 0 amount. So this is, we are getting the result. Like that, we have a lot of other customers also. We are getting the same result for other customer. Now I want to display, instead of displaying all the sales order together, what I want to do, what all are the, how many sales orders which I have created more than 1000, how many sales order which were less than 500, and how many sales order which is between the 1000 and 500 amount. There, those kind of segregations I want to do for that particular customer. How I can do? So here what we will do, we will combine the select statement and this not select, this aggregation along with group by plus case statement. So how we will combine? I have already explained this thing, how we can see in the searched case statement, one of the last video where I have explained how we can get the different sales order. It is greater amount, higher amount sales order, or lesser amount sales order. We can see using this one. Let me show you this result also. So what this will do, if it is the sales order is higher amount, it will display as a higher amount sales order. Let me do F9. So, and if sales order is lower amount, it will display as a lower amount sales order. Like that it is displaying. I just want to use from this select, I just want to use this case statement. That's it, nothing else. So what I will do, after counting this one, I want this, after grouping the data, along with that, I want to see that how many sales order is more than 1000 or more than 500, like that. I want to apply some condition. So let me apply this condition over here. So first thing, I can't use net price here directly. I have to put SO and tilde operator. And this one is, let me copy this one, Control C, Control V, Control V. It's okay. I think everywhere. So wherever the greater than 1000 sales order, how many sales order are there? How many sales order which is between 500 and 1000, and how many sales order which is lower amount sales order. I want to count and I want to display the amount, higher amount and lower amount you don't want to display. That is okay. I just want to see those sales order. Let me comment it. This is not required. I want to see the number of sales order and what is the price, total price. If we see, I'm getting one error over here. You can see what is the error? The net year field from the select list is missing in group by close. As I explained in my group by video also, what all are the fields we are using in the select list, we should use those fields in group by as well. Then only this syntax error will go. Let me use this net year field here and see how we are getting the result. Control V. Let me do Control F3. Let me clear out the console. Let me do F9. Here, I got 4 entries for the sales order number 1. So how I am getting the result? I never wanted like this kind of result. I want to, all the 4 entries with lower amount. I want one entry with the lower amount. How many sales orders are there? But that I want to see. But here it is displaying 9, 3, 2 and 1. Why it is happening? Let me see what is the issue. So VBAK, I already did this thing. I faced those issues. So that is the reason I want to show you those issues. What can be the issue come when we use group by. So you can see, if you see this particular VBAK table, in this, see how it is grouping by because we have used in the group by, we have used the net year field. So now it is grouping by this combination. So with this combination, if you see in the result, with this combination we have 9 entries. So that is the reason it is displaying 9 entries with 0 amount and 3 entries with 300 total amount and 3 entries, and 150 there is 2 entries with 300, 2, and like that 1000 with the 1 entry. But all are the sales order with the lower amount. That is the reason it is saying these all amounts are those all are with lower amount, we can say. But because the amount is less than 1000, we can say 100, less than 100, 150, but only one is there where we can see it is more than 1000 or equal to 1000. So this I never wanted. I want like this. I want lower amount should have 1 entry, higher amount for particular customer. Higher amount document should have 1 entry, or if there is some medium amount, that can be 1 entry. With that combination, how many sales order for that particular customer is there? So for that, we have to use, instead of this net price, we have to use this condition also in our group by close. That's a very important thing. So I removed the error. When I put the net viewer here, it removed the error, but I'm not getting the desired result as per my requirement. But for getting that requirement, so I have to do this thing, Control X from Control C from here, and instead of displaying this value, I have to display this case. I have to group by this case. Now the condition will be applied on this case as well. We no need to use is statement here. There is some theoretical part also there. I will explain after this thing. So let me do activate this one, Control F3, clear out the console. Let me do F9 again. Now I got some result. I can see only one entry with the customer ID 1. Why I am getting one entry? Okay, so what is the there? It is saying lower amount. So why I got one entry with a lower amount means else. Means I can see how I am segregating. If the net means amount is greater than 1000, this is how higher amount sales order. If amount is greater than 500 and less than 1000, then medium amount, and if it is else, I am displaying lower amount. So let me see, but I can see some of the entries which is greater than 1000 between one second, greater than 500 and less than 1000. There is something like that. We don't have any entry with greater than 1000. No, less than 1000 and greater than 500. There is no entry. That is the reason it is called lower amount. And equal to 1000, I have no condition at all. So that's a problem. Let me put, instead of less than, I will put less than equal to. And instead of greater than, I will put greater than equal to. Now I got some error. Okay, I have to change here also. Delete greater than equal to, and let me put less than equal to. Let me do Control F3, clear out the console. Let me do F9. So now I can see the two entries with this one, because 14 entries with lower amount and one entry with medium amount. Medium means it is less, because it is 1000 entry, 1000 because it is sorry because it is with the 1000 entry. That is the reason we are getting this this one. So you can see 14 entries. So you can see 14 entries which is having the less than 1000, that is lower amount, and one entry with the medium amount I can see. Like that, it got segregated for other amount also. I have for sales order customer ID 2, I have two entries, one with the higher amount and one with the medium amount. One with the higher amount and one with the lower amount. Like that, I'm getting the result. So whenever we are using the group by, we have to make sure these all are the things. So one more thing I want to show you, that there is some theory part in the group by I want to show you. So whenever the first statement, the order of the SQL expression, this is not matter. So if I use this one, Control X, and I will do here Control B, and I will do Control F3. One second, I don't require this one. Okay, I will do Control F3. The order in group by, it will not matter. It can be in any order. This sequence is not matter at all. But all the fields which we are using in selection list, which is not used in aggregation, that's a very important. Which is not used in aggregation should come here. Then only we will not get any syntax error. In order of this particular fields not matter at all. I will get the same result. Let me show you. Let me clear out the console. Let me do F9 again. So I got the same result, no difference in the result at all. Second thing, column not specified after the group by can only specified after the select. I'm telling, if we are not specifying any column in the group by section, that those columns only we should not specify which we are using in aggregation. Apart from that, we have to specify each and every column. That's it. In this case, we are specifying this entire case statement. That's a different thing. And if we are not using this group by, no need to specify net here, because we are using in this one in the aggregation operator. But apart from those fields which is not used in aggregation expression or aggregation functions, we should specify those fields in group by. That's the important thing. I'm not telling this, everything is written in the SAP documentation. I read it out. So one another thing, whenever we are using group by, any database table is buffered, that will be bypassed. So we have to make sure if we have more tables buffered on the database, we have to write better select query, separate select query, then we have to do, because already data is available on the application server. Why we have to go and aggregate there and come back here? So like that, we have to, when we are doing the things, we have to make sure. So using group by aggregate function, ensure that aggregate, group by, assemble in the database system, not application server. One more important thing, this aggregation will happen at the database level. So that's the use of the HANA database. We want to do at least we want to do at the database level. Everything will happen at the database level, and we will get the filtered result. We are getting the less number of entries here. We are not getting all the entries from database and then we are doing group by. We use the group by. This will run at the database level. This is again important thing. So volume, obviously the volume of the data will be decreased. So these are the small thing regarding group by. One more thing I want to show you. If you see one of the demo example I have seen, I just want to show you that one. So what can be the difference if we are using the group by, if we are not using the correct thing in the group by. One thing I showed you, if we use net price and we don't use case statement, how it will impact. There is a lot of other things also there. I saw one of the good example. I can see Control Shift A. Let me open this one, Control V, and let me open this example. It's a very simple example. I just want to show you guys. Clear out the console. So if you see this is the typical I usually do. I took the example. I take the example from the SAP standard only and modify a bit, but in this case I didn't modify. I have already an example, but I want to show you one concept. That is the reason. So we have the standard local demo class, and inside that static main method. Inside this method they are using demo expression table. Demo expression table, as I already told you one of the video, this is having a lot of other fields, numerical fields, decimal fields and all. Out of these all the fields, they are only using some of the fields. So what fields they are using? They are only using the ID field, which is the identifying the separate record, which is key field also, and one num1 and num2, two fields are using. They filled with these values. These all are the values they filled with this one. And what they are doing, there is two select statements are there. In one select statement, what they did, they added num1 and num2 and is a sum. They did the addition, as I showed you in arithmetical operations. We can do the sum up. They are aggregating the data, how many entries we want to aggregate, how we want to count the entries, and we want to group by num1 and num2. The same thing they are doing in second statement also. The difference is only one difference. Here they are using group by num1 and num2, and here they are using group by num1 plus num2. So how it will impact, I just want to show you. That is the reason I open this example. So let me do F9. The first entries, you can see how many entries are there. There is no issue in the entries. The first statement, what result it is returning. So what it is doing, num1 plus num2, it is adding these two entries, 1 plus 1, 2, and group by num1, num2, means it will group by those fields. This combination, the 1 is how many time? 1 time, 2 time, and 3 time. That is the reason we can see the count as the 3. And what is the sum? We can see the num1 plus num2. What is the sum? We can see the sum is 2. 1 plus 1, obviously it will become, and it will become the 2, and with this combination, how many entries? 3. Same goes with this one, 2 plus 4. You can see 2 plus 4, how it will become 6. With this 2 plus 2 and 4 combination, how many entries are there? Only 1 entry is there. So that is the reason we can see 6 with 1. And same with 3 plus 2, 5, but 2 entries are 2. That is the reason we are telling 5. This is the first, because we group by num1 and num2. But when we do the group by num1 plus num2, it will group after the addition. Here it is grouped simply 3 and 2. But when we do group by after the addition, it will impact. So addition can be like this. So you can 3 plus 2, 3 plus 2, it is fine. But 1 plus 1 equal to 2. No, not 4 plus 2 also 6, and 5 plus 1 also 6. So this will come under same group. So that's the important thing. So this previously it was when we are grouping by num1 num2, it was separate entries. One was the 5 1 and one was the 2 4. But in this case, when we do the group by num1 plus num2, then it will become the part of same group. That's a very important thing. So that is the reason I am telling, whenever we are using group by, we have to make sure that how we are doing the things. Then we have to think and then we have to do. I hope you understood how to use group by in the select statement. Before moving to that next video, please like this video, subscribe this channel, and thank you and happy learning.